This is what sovereign debt is. Sovereign debt is the total amount of money that a government owes. And so this does not include like individual debt, it's just the debt of the country's government. And so this can include loans taken out from other countries, loans taken out from international organizations, or debt from bonds, like buying back bonds or paying those payments. And so it's good to look at the sovereign debt of a country when investing, because let's just say you see a bond in another country and you're like, oh, that's not too expensive and it has like really high coupon rate, I want to get that bond. Well, if the country has a really high sovereign debt, then you might want to think about it because it can default on those payments and then you won't get any money. And I know what you're thinking, because when I first learned about this, I was like, wait a second, the US has like one of the highest sovereign debts, but it's generally not as risky to invest in the US as it is in other countries with lower sovereign debt. And that's because, of course, there are more things to look at when investing in other countries. So, of course, you want to look at the sovereign debt. You're also going to want to look at the history of payments. So, have they reliably paid back, like for government bonds and securities, for example? If you're wanting to get government security in the past, have they been able to make those payments and buy it back when it comes to maturity? You're also going to want to look at the credit rating. So just like people can have credit, countries can too, which will say how likely a country is to pay back. And you're also going to want to look at the economic stability. So you can look at indicators like GDP and unemployment and the general health of the economy to see, okay, is this country thriving? Is this a place where my money will not be at too high a risk? So that is what sovereign debt is and why it's important to look at for investments.